Hey superstars, welcome to Masterandlearnit, where learning becomes simple and fun. That's how it's supposed to be. So today we have a really beautiful lesson we want to learn how to tell if a number is divisible by 2 without actually working it. You don't need a calculator. You don't need to have a super head to know if that number, yes, it's divisible by 2. No, it's never going to be divisible by 2. How can we tell? That's pretty simple. We really have the rule right here on the board. So it says if any number, however big it might be, if the number ends with a 0, or it ends with a 2, it ends with a 4, it ends with a 6, or it ends with an 8. I'm sure you know these numbers, right? These are what we call even numbers. If it ends with an even number, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That means that number is divisible by 2. That means 2 can divide that number without actually leaving a remainder. That's a powerful but simple trick that we can use to tell if any number is divisible by 2. So we have some examples right here on the board. We're just gonna go through them as my superstars and tell if they can be divisible by 2. The first one says 9,906. Is this number divisible by 2? Yes. Why? Because the last digit is 6, and 6 is an even number. It's a multiple of 2. So 6 is an even number, it's a multiple of 2. So yes, this number can be divided by 2 without actually leaving any remainder. How about the next one that says 1,340? Is it divisible by 2? Yes. The reason being, it ends with a 0, and we have a 0 right here. 0 is an even number, so if our numbers are ending with an even number, that means it is divisible by 2. So 2 can divide this number without actually leaving any remainder. Isn't that so simple and cool? Let's try the next one. 8,765. Is that divisible by 2? I'm sure your answer is nope, because the last digit 5, it's not a multiple of 2. It's not an even number, so there is no 5 right here. So this number, no, it's not divisible by 2. How about 209? Is it divisible by 2? No. The reason being, let's check our last digit. It's 9, and 9 is not an even number. I'm sure you know it's an odd number. So we just want a number to end with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So this is not divisible by 2. How about the last one that we have, which is 7,000? That's a tricky one. But what does it end with? It ends with a 0. So if any number ends with a 0, or a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8, that means that number is divisible by 2. You don't have to use a calculator, you just have to know that. So we know that 700 ends with a 0, so yes, it is divisible by 2. And this one we said it's not, because 9 is not an even number. Okay, so this is how we can tell if any number can be divisible by 2 without actually having to work it out. If you find this video to be super cool, please give it a thumbs, share the video to your friends, share video to your relatives, and always come back to Masterandlearnit, where learning is fun, engaging, and see you in the next video.